All right, guys, we're down to our last log. I just milled off a log. I got in touch with him to ask him if he wanted any beams because I had a 15-footer up there, and he wanted 1.5 inches. So you can see the 15-footer right here that I milled all at 1.5 inches, and that basically means that all of his slabs out of this log are all 1.5 inches. This one's 1.5 inches. Those are 2x12s, just less than 12. And then I've got some 5/4 and some 5/4 on those smaller logs. It was just what made the most sense. You don't want to mill those in a 1.5 inch or 2x material. They're too small to span anything, so they should be good for decking. And since he wants 1.5 inches, I got the last one up here. It's 14 feet long, and we're going to mill it 1.5 inches. And guys, I just don't know what to say at this point. I still got the same band on here. That old band that I threw on after I hit metal is still milling perfectly flat. It's going through this effortlessly. And I think it's all the roller guides. So we're going to mill this last one out and put everything to bed and be done for the day. I think on the small end down there, it's around 12 inches. So it should yield about a 9.5 inch cant. I'm going to skim the top off it. We'll flip it over. It just happens to be turned the right way, so it's flat right now. Skim the top off it, flip it over, skim it off to something that looks right. I should end up about 9 inches wide here is really the determining factor. And we'll skim the sides off, and then we'll just mill it down into 6/4 boards, and be done with it. So we'll see. And the last log, that 15-footer, was really dirty. It was wicked dirty, and the band's still just cutting great. It's all the roller guides. If I was doing this with the ceramics, that band wouldn't have lasted half this long. So we're going to mill this one out and see what happens. So I'm going to fire it up and see if I can just roll through it and not cost them $1 billion. I probably got almost just enough water to do this. You know what? I'm going to put water in it right now. I wish I could have paused you guys, but I'm too far away. So I'm just going to put water in it now so I don't have to worry about it. I am running just water with a little bit of Dawn dish soap and pine sol, a little bit of pine sol. I don't measure anything out. My bands stay perfectly clean, cutting pine, oak, whatever. I don't have to worry about it freezing anymore now. You know, if I worry about things getting dirty, just really pour the water to it, and it works perfect. So we got water now. I'm going to remember to put the top on. Look at that. Look at that. I'm almost growing up like a big boy. All right, so we'll get up top. We'll see what makes sense. And we're going to mill this one out too. So it's kind of a skim cut there at 11.5. You just see what that looks like down here. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I think I'm going to go right there. That should be about 9 inches wide. You can check that. It's about 8. So I think that's okay. I actually could go a little bit less, but let's just go with that. I am going to go deeper, guys. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to drop down to 11. I don't like that, the way it's cutting. I'm going to cut it there. Let's pray to God we don't hit any metal in this one. We're going to just flip this one over. Look like a pretty decent cut as far as width goes to end up in that 9-inch range. There's a little bit of dirt on this log too, but hopefully this band will survive it. Hopefully this band will survive this one more log. That's all we needed to do. We're going to set our width on this cut, which is, we'll get somewhere around 9 and a half. We'll take a look at it when we drop down. Yeah, I think I'm going to go there. I think that's good. I don't want to go less than that. All these slab cups will end up being oak firewood. Let's get it on its side. And if I can do it at 4, that would be great. But if I can get this up. That up a little bit there, just do one of them. And see if we get this squared up. See what that is. Just gonna go a hair further. Right there is perfect. Let me just take a look at it and just kind of see. Oh, it's good. I got a knob holding it up down here, so it's making up for the taper on the log. It's perfect, right where it is. All right, so this one here is a, damn it, it's a little bit high. Fuck. What's my cut gonna be like? If I cut it at 11, that'll be clear. If I cut it at 10, it's gonna be close. No, it's gonna hit at 10. All right, I need to try to drop this down just a hair. See if I can pound it down just maybe an inch. Great. There we go. Perfect. Now I can take it off. I'm going to take it off at 11, I think. Then flip it over. There'll be a little wane on one piece, but it's not really going to matter. Yeah, it looks about right. It's horns up right now. firewood. And I'm already on. I've already got the 6/4 scale set, so all I have to do is flip it over, come down to what makes sense on the top of 6/4 scale, and mill this thing out. Find a place to flip it. There we go. So basically traditional 2x lumber, nominal 2x lumber, 1.5 inches thick. Let's get these down to up just a hair on this one or it won't hit. This one can go right there. You just up a click and it's perfect. Okay, and drop that last one and we can dog them down. I can probably dog this one right here right now and still be okay. Still move this one. That should be good. Dog it nice and low. And we'll rip off 1.5 inch boards. So come down on our yellow scale to something that makes sense, which is around there. That's high. Come down to the next one. We'll start there. Now we're almost all the way on this side. Oh. So that one's at 8. Next one's going to be about 6.5. Up 2, and the next one's going to be at just over 4.5. Four and 3/4. Up 4, and the next one's at just about 3. Should be 3 1/8. Yep, 3 1/8. 2, 4, 5, 6. And the last one should be at 1.5 inches. Perfect. Done. Milled. That band is still just cutting unbelievable. Just cutting unbelievable. This one is looks like a traditional red oak. So he's got a little bit of everything. He's got red oak, white oak, black oak, scarlet oak. Brought me a little bit of everything there. I'll take these off with the machine, stuff them over there, and they're going to pick them up. They're going to pick all this up tomorrow, I think. There's no way they can pick it all up. So, you know, unless they come in 2 trucks. There's a lot of wood here. So tomorrow is kind of going to be a day for me. Actually, Kate's got to work. I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to mill 1 log if I can tomorrow. I think she's got to work. What is today? Is today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. So tomorrow she's got to work. If I can mill 1 log tomorrow, I'm going to mill that ash. That'll be brand new bands. That's trailer decking for another customer. And if I can knock that log out, I'm done cutting for a while. As far as customer stuff goes. And I can help Kate with the finish up the senior center, and then I can get started on cutting construction lumber for my mill shed, which is going right over there by my bucket. The first build here is going to be an 8x10 mill shed that's going right there. And that's going to have all my mill equipment in it. And then as I'm going, I am going to cut construction lumber for the kiln. And I also have to cut locust posts. We're going to put in a slab retaining wall across here to push down the organic and have it be a hugelkultur for Kate. So I have to cut a bunch of one-sided locust posts. So I'll take one side off and make a flat, and then we'll timberlock slab cuts onto the outside for a retaining wall. I will sink the posts in the ground. Then we'll push all the organic in behind it, flatten it off, and make it a nice big hugelkultur planter. If you don't know what a hugelkultur is, look it up. It's basically a planter with a bunch of organic material in it, like all those logs up there, rotten logs and stuff like that, that continually rot over time and rejuvenate the soil. So that's kind of the order of business here, is that the going to build the shed. I'll put in the retaining wall, flatten off the top, and then build the kiln. And then that's kind of it for now. So I'll be doing that for weeks. And that one big ash log that's up there, the white one on the bottom that's kind of facing us, it's just over 16 feet long. I need 16-foot planks for this trailer job. And that log, I think, is going to do the whole thing. It's 1.5 inches, I believe, if I remember right, 1.5 inches thick by 70 inches wide. So I need 7 1.5 inch by 10s. And that's going to be 7, 10, 11. So it's got to yield me just over a 12-inch cant to do that. And I believe that's going to yield over a 12-inch cant, plus taking some material out of the slab cuts and stuff like that. It'll have plenty to go 70 inches wide, an inch and a half thick. And the boards don't have to be the same. They just have to cover the 70 inches wide. So that's kind of what we're doing. I'm going to pick those nice red oak 1-bys up, and I'm going to place them right in front of the 15-foot 1-bys right there. And they can come get them and onward and upward. So I appreciate the watching. Guys, if you don't have the roller guides on, you got to get them. I mean, I've lost track of board feet on this band. You can see it's just cutting unbelievable. Now there's some weighing down halfway, but if you can see that crisp edge, and I'm not going slow, this band is still cutting beautiful. Look at the square corner there. I mean, it's cutting phenomenal. Let's see what the finish looks like. I mean, there's nothing here. There's just nothing here. There's no saw marks, no nothing. I mean, it's unbelievable how many board feet I have on that band. It's still cutting good, and it's because of the rigidity in those roller guides. That band would not last half this long with the ceramics. That's all there is to it. So this is the last until I get my new roller guide kit, which hopefully is going to be coming soon with the adjustable trunnions, and I do a video putting those on. This is the last I'm going to mention of the roller guides. I've done my part. I've tested them. I've tested them in all different kinds of wood, from walnut to cedar to monster pine to white oak, red oak, scarlet oak, black oak. I've tested them in everything. And I can't say any more good about them. That's all there is to it. So, maybe they'll wipe out in a week and I'll shit myself and start complaining. But as of right now, fucking home run, absolute home run. Different mill. It's different mill. I just mowed through four oak logs today. A 15-footer, a 14-footer, approximately a 10-footer, and then an 8-footer, like I was walking through a party, like nothing. All this waste right here, all the slab cuts sitting right there, all from today. I cleaned up. So here's what it is. The data is clear. There's no, if anybody tells you any different than what I'm saying, they're wrong. They're just flat wrong. The data is clear. The ceramics don't cut this good, not even close. The bands don't last this long. The usable life of the band isn't this good. That band would be waving all over the place in the ceramics. And it's still cutting like a laser beam. I could keep using it, to be honest with you. I won't ash because that stuff's so hard. I'll use a new band on the ash, but that's it. And for now, Pirate Solutions out.